Who is this year's X Factor for the Sacramento Kings?
Who is this year's X Factor for the Sacramento Kings? Remember the 916 is Cooper's dad named Randall. I just want to acknowledge that's an excellent Stephen King, The Stand reference. Good for, honestly, I appreciate stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, you're just lame.
You're lame. Oh wait, Katie joining us here in a couple weeks. Couple weeks.
Whatever it takes.
I think so.
Yeah.
What is this, elementary school?
Oh, I love the Katie soundboard. You're going to have to expand the Katie soundboard. Who is the... Now, here's what we mean by X Factor. So you could say, and I would want to say, I think Zach LaVine is the X Factor. I think Zach LaVine, and we talked about this at length yesterday, whatever he was going through on top of the move, the trade, the drama, the this, the that, you could make that argument that, and I do think that's probably the right answer. The spirit of my question, though, is it's not an obvious answer. It's not Sabonis. It's not LaVine. What is the thing you're not thinking about, or I'm not thinking about, that, hey, if this goes really well, we could be cooking with fire? And I think the X factor is not a player. Yes, I do. I think the X factor is not a player. I could make an argument that the owner's the X factor and his involvement or lack thereof, and you could absolutely make an argument there. Same thing with the coach. You could absolutely make an argument there. I think Scott Perry's the X factor. I think Scott Perry is the single biggest entity, say that on the air, right? Entity that is preventing me and a lot of other people from doing true blue analysis on what this year is going to be. Because we know as much as we can without it being him coming on the air and saying it, but every single possible source, rumor, thought, people familiar with the thinking, says that if an opportunity comes up for him to move some of the big salaries on this team, primarily DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine, and not in that order, he's going to take that chance to do that. So I don't know what kind. It is impossible to predict or analyze what this team's going to do. It's hard enough already. It is impossible to do that because I don't know. What I do know, Jason, is that, in my opinion, in a perfect world, the Sacramento Kings are going to lose a very, very good player in Zach LaVine. I don't care what you say about his salary. Take salary away. He's a very, very good player. In a perfect world, the Kings are going to lose that player for effectively nothing on the court. In other words, they'll get draft picks. They'll get some high-salaried expiring player. They might get a couple of young guys not ready yet. I don't see a trade out there that basketball for basketball is going to be equal for Zach LaVine because you have to pay a premium to get rid of the contract. Same thing with DeMar DeRozan. I don't think they're going to trade DeMar DeRozan and get somebody back that's going to score 22 a game and da-da-da-da-da. For me, again, there's two huge moves out there that may end up being really bad on-the-floor basketball moves, but really, really good cap and draft pick and stock the cupboard moves. If that happens, you can take this 36, 38, whatever over-under or win total, you throw that out the window, that's going to go down. If they keep them and they gel and they mesh, yeah, you're looking at a 500 perhaps or slightly better team. So I think what Scott Perry does, and by extension also what other general managers are open to doing, is truly, he has more control to me over any single player or any single entity in the organization other than the owner, who I think is going to back off this year. I think he has the most control, and I'm really curious to see what track he's going to be on this year.
So my X factor, that's interesting that you pick Scott Perry. He's responsible for getting this X factor. I think it's Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah.
And I'm picking him because of what the team was a year ago versus now. He is the single greatest change in the fact that he's going to start. He'll have the most minutes played over Maxime or Clifford, I believe, assuming everybody's healthy. He will have the biggest impact. He's a leader. He's experienced. He's come off a great summer. Mm-hmm. And, when people we blue-skied some things yesterday.
That's right.
And said the best of the Bulls West was when Chicago had Lonzo Ball with DeMar DeRozan
That's right.
and Zach LaVine. Well, you do have a point guard that's willing to distribute. So I think there's a lot that's going to go on to Dennis Schroeder. Everything you hear Doug Christie talk about is defense, wants to pick up full court, 94 feet. That's the guy that's going to be doing it, or at least the first one in the game that's doing it. So to me, I think he's going to be a really important element. I expect great things from Sabonis, from all the other guys that we've seen, but the one that we haven't with this group is Schroeder.
True.
So to me, I think he's the X factor to make it all either really, really good or just kind of, it's just another season of Kings basketball.
I agree with you. Sorry, I was distracted by the phone and whoever called in. Sorry. Was that you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I saw Chris's name on the phone is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, exactly, and that completely threw me. So if you
Hey, Dave, I know what mine is.
that's I thought I was preparing for something. I was flinching.
Wait, were you that worried?
Yeah, because
Like,
I
I
look
was-
over and I see your last name, and Jason's making all these points, and I'm into this conversation with Jason. I look over and I see Verlat on the caller ID, and it just completely threw me. Like, what's coming? What's happening here?
A couple of the stations are having trouble with their phone line, so
Gotcha.
just want to make sure.
Dennis Schroeder, I think, is an excellent X Factor pick. And I guess my question with Dennis Schroeder is, what has been his biggest influence in his career? I was looking through his career. I don't want to slam Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, I don't know that it's been
you
there,
know,
but I think this is a situation where it can be.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know that has he been in this spot before? Maybe a little bit last year when he first went to the Nets. But I don't think the Kings that was a young team that, hey, just go kind of produce, get stats, help this team, grow. This is a team that's really in that in-between stage that hasn't done the full teardown, but also hasn't given up on being a playoff team. So he's got some good talent around him that he can help.
I want to see if you come to a similar conclusion as me. If I give me your best guess, Dennis Schroeder lifetime win and loss percentage in the NBA. Do you think he's above or below 500?
Below.
100%, right?
I believe that.
That's what I believe too. Dennis Schroeder's 449 and 393.
Oh wow!
Completely surprised me. Now, this actually do you remember the 2014-15 Atlanta Hawks being 57 and 20? 57 and 20 with him playing, by the way.
Yeah.
I didn't know they
They were a one seed with
right. I completely forgot
Coach
about
Bud, and they had like 4 All-Stars.
Totally forgot about that team. 57 and 20 on that team, 47 and 33 the following year. Like they did.
That's when he did it.
That's what, 40 and 25 with OKC in 1920, 47 and 32 the year before. Now, again, he wasn't the focal point of those teams.
Right.
I was really surprised. I thought he was actually going to be really way below 500. He's got an opportunity now at whatever he is, 37 years old or 32, 31, whatever it is, to come in. But I think most importantly, as they've said, they wanted a guy who's going to play both ends of the floor, who's going to pick up on defense, and is a true point guard. Mm-hmm. We shall see. We'll take a break. When we come back, are the Jaguars for real? And Trevor Lawrence with the most important